No. Right. Hey, hey. Hey, hey, Denny, what's going on? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Okay. I'm waiting for a few more people to join. What is it? How are you? How are you? I'm texting this guy, honey, from Match. One of my roster. One of the ones in my roster. I got to text him back. Okay. Hey, can you hear me? Let's make sure my volume's okay. All right, cool. Cool. Okay, good. I'm gonna look crazy. Good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. I'm doing really well. Thank you for asking. I'm doing really well. Taylor, hello. You guys, I apologize. I have gum because my mouth is so dry. I'll spit it out in a few, but I'm so dry. Thank you guys for joining. Mhm. Oh. Right now, I've got three, but right now I've got three, like solid ones, but I've got uh, this guy, Steve. I mean, they keep pouring in, girl. My subscription or whatever, hey Nina, it ends on the 17th, so thank you. Yeah, I'm looking at. Yeah, but I've got three active ones on the roster. One is he lives in Iowa. He's coming in next week to meet me. But it's a lot, you guys. I think it's a lot. I can go like a whole day or so without even checking. And then when I come back, it's like, I guess it's a good problem to have, but I guess I mean, there are certain numbers of undesirables. Some of these people are just a trip. Like this dude got his picture sideways. Like, can you guys see this? How you gonna post a picture like this? I don't know if you guys, let me see. It's like ridiculous. Yeah, some of these guys are a trip though, but I haven't had any bad experiences. Yeah, they are. Because when I signed up, remember when I did my online dating adventure, I couldn't just sign up for a month. I decided to do it for like 3 months. So it ends in November. It ends actually this month. Yeah, but no love connection yet. It's so weird, you guys. I had to come to terms with myself and ask myself, because you guys, I haven't really been making the effort that it should. And maybe it's because my mindset that I started this as, like I said, the online dating adventure. And then when that ended, it's like, okay, I'm still on there. I should, put forth some effort to meet someone. And I asked myself, okay, so what are you looking for? Are you looking for like a relationship, or are you looking for a sugar daddy? Because some of the guys I was choosing, like, baby, I'm not going with you. This guy was 70, like my mom's age, saying that, oh, I'm going to Aruba and for 2 weeks in February. You want to come with? Now I don't even know this dude, but I'm like, damn good and well. But then I'm not going to no Aruba with some 79-year-old man. I mean, it's just not gonna happen. So I'm like, why am I engaging with this person when I know they have no chance? Oh yeah, some of them are not tech savvy. And that is why, remember I told you guys I was gonna do the video chat, but some of them, you're right, they don't know anything about that or how to manage it. And I've done a couple. And also with the video chat, no, you never look as good as you do. It's kind of distorted in a way, and I don't like that. It's just distorted. So I tried it on my phone and I tried it on my laptop. But yeah, you guys, it's a trip. Like I said, I probably should put more effort into it. I'm like, you know what? These are the last days, so I just need to put more effort into it, because I do get a lot of likes and stuff, but I don't know. I need to put more effort. I really, really do. Awesome. This dude, now I remember I was here years ago. Remember, guys, I did, whenever you see a dude from back there from like years ago, it's like, I prefer traditional. Oh, my compliment. Very pretty. And you know what, you guys, I have to like sort of remember the things that I know for myself about guys are very visual, right? And all of them, you guys saw the pictures I posted. They compliment me on my pictures, but I'm like, okay, I'm very like kind of specific about the type of man I want in my profile. Have you read it? And that's the type of thing I have to like, okay, just chill and whatever. And you'll get to that later, because not just anyone will do. Guys see your pictures like, I want to meet you. No, you got to give me a reason to want to meet you. I don't like that. I don't like that. Like, I got a couple on here, I'd love to meet you. Well, we've never so much as spoken on the phone. I don't know anything about you. So yeah, it's an ongoing thing, you guys. It's a trip. But like I said, no bad experiences. Okay, so what time is it? Yeah, we got to get it popping. Whoever joins in later can join in later, because I really want to get you guys' feedback on this. Well, let's begin with the whole thing about Black men. Now, I'm going to show you guys what prompted this in a minute. I'm going to share my screen with you guys. You know what? In fact, let me do that right now so you can see what kind of prompted this. You guys know, my feelings. And you guys, I'm going to make it clear. I'm not bashing Black men, but we cannot deny the obvious. And too many women deny what they know that they know is the truth, and they just deny what is obvious. So I'm going to share my screen, and you guys might have seen this because it went viral, but I'm going to share this in case you haven't. You guys can look at this, because this is precisely what I'm talking about. So let's see. Here we go. I'm going to share my screen. And share screen. Right here. Okay. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, what's going on? Here we go. Uh-oh. Okay, so let's see if I can. You guys, let me know if you can see my screen with it's Twitter. What is? All right, here we go. Oh, it's there we go. Yeah, you guys can see it. Okay. All right, I just have to check. Okay, so what prompted this? And as if we don't know already, but this is the thing, you guys. And I'm not even on Twitter anymore. It's just like, to me, I think it's toxic, whatever. But this is something, like I said, that went viral. And you guys might have heard of this. This guy said, here's the tweet: I can't believe my girlfriend really thinks that I'm going to marry her and we'll live happily ever after. Soon as I get a decent job, I'm going to leave her and start dating my type. TF, which means good luck. Now, there you go, y'all. I just want to know if you guys seen this before, because I want to discuss this, and I want to, I'm going to roll it down so we can look at the tweets. Now, of course, he got a lot of feedback on it. And this was his tweet in regards to the negative feedback he got, a couple of them. It says, people need to understand that we're not entitled to be with them forever, just because they were with us when we were broke. I can't argue that. That is 100% true. We each have our own preference, and that doesn't make me love my current girlfriend any less. Things change, feelings change. It's a vicious life cycle. Okay, let's continue. If my girl, I know if my girl could leave me for a guy who is well established and appreciates her more than I do, I would gladly accept and never hold her hostage just because she's been with me through thick and thin. This entitlement over people's lives is the reason people resort to violent behavior. Now, this is what prompted me to do this, to speak on this topic. Did you guys see this? Oh yeah, okay, so you saw it yesterday, okay. Now, before we get into the replies, I just want to break down his tweet about what he said. Obviously, he says that as soon as he gets where he wants to go, a decent job, he's leaving her and start dating his types. Okay. Now I don't know what she is or how she looks versus what his type is, but whatever she is truly not his type. Now I'll tell you the part that I agree with. And this is why you should not, when it comes to Black men, put all your eggs into one basket and give your all when you're not getting anything back or substantially less than what you're giving. People need to understand that we're not entitled to be with them forever. That's true. Just because they were with us when we were broke, okay, we have our own preference, and that doesn't make me love my current girlfriend any less. Things change, feelings change, it's a vicious cycle. Now, I agree that when it comes, people are together because they choose to be together. The only entitlement I think in a relationship is that that to me, you're entitled to honesty. You're entitled to be treated with respect. You're entitled to somebody who does not put his hands on you. Those are the things that everyone is entitled to, but forever, no one is entitled to. You are entitled to a man who takes care of his children, who supports his children. But a man does not, whatever entitlement he feels for you or obligation, boom, can change in a heartbeat. People are divorced all the time. People break up all the time. We each have our own preference, and that's true. And the crazy part, that doesn't make me love my girlfriend any less. Things change, feelings change. That's true. So how is she not your preference? Straight up. How are you tweeting this publicly and you claim that you love her? This is how little he loves her. This is how little he respects her. If my girl could leave me for a guy who's well established and appreciates her more than I do, I would gladly accept and never hold her hostage just because she's been with me through thick and thin. Now, a man who loves you a man who loves you and wants to be with you is not going to be this quick to just let you go, right? He will let her go in a heartbeat because actually he knows that she can do better than him. And the overriding sentiment from this woman is the come up woman. And this is why you should never ever be the come up woman, because it's a thankless job. Men do not respect women who make them the prize, who value them as men more than she values herself. This man clearly does not respect her. He doesn't. And for him to do this, his girlfriend has seen this publicly, who has made, he made this declaration of how he feels about her publicly. Basically, he's saying he's just using her. This woman, he has humiliated this woman because obviously he has not mentioned her name, but she knows who she is. The people around them know, they know who she is. People know who she is and that this is about her. Now, I just want to read some of the tweets. Okay, so let's look at some of the tweets and the responses to this. Okay, now this is from a woman. And when women say they don't want broke guys, they catch smoke. Okay, when we say we don't want a dusty, and we want a man who cares for us and supports us and puts us first and sees us surprised, and a man who protects and provides for us, we're gold diggers. It's so disappointing how men leave people who have been supporting them for slave queens. This thing of my type. This thing of my type. Now, I have to admit, this is coming from a man, from a Black man. So even he recognizes that this is messed up. And I'll be honest, you guys, I'm surprised by the number of Black men who acknowledge that this is messed up. Now it says right here, now this is another one I found interesting. She said, honey, but the looks of yourself, you're giving very much, I'm single and doing this for life. And I totally disagree with that, because if you think about it, this is the everyday, ordinary plight of the Black woman for decades and decades, right? He's not saying anything that Black women don't live every single day. It's just not often that you hear somebody say it or tweet it point blank, period. But he is telling the truth about the come up woman, about the pignicias, right? This is the truth. So how is this done for likes? He's just telling the truth. And she also said, and if you aren't, I hope you know that karma works in very, very, very crazy ways. That is true. Okay, let's see. Okay, this one was interesting. And the effed up part is that you might actually get away with it. Get your type, live happily ever after with no karmic effects. We know people who built empires on other people's pain. And to this day, they live to enjoy. Boom. Boom. You cannot rely on cosmic retribution. Like she says, some people can sue you over, wash their hands, and not look back and leave you in the dust. And what can you say? You allowed yourself to be put in that position. And that's true. They have built empires on other people's pain. And that's why we have to change. We cannot continue to allow ourselves to be stepped on like a ladder while somebody else climbs up and then they get what their preference while we've been left in the dust. Let's see. Let's see some more. Of course, this comes from a Black man. Said, why y'all letting someone who looks like this offend or stress y'all? You guys, he is. Let's take a look at him. You see what I'm saying? Even ugly Black men feel entitled. You see what I mean? And when I'm saying about Black male worship, this is exactly what I mean. This woman is clearly in the Black male worship stage. And this is what she's worshiping. And this is the thanks she's getting. So let's continue. Let's see. Let's look at some more, because this, I found this so interesting. This is right. Okay. This is the right one. Let me go back to this. Oh, let's go back. Let's look at a few more. Let's look at a few more, you guys. But you guys see what I mean? This is exactly what this channel speaks about. This is another teachable moment as to why you have to put yourself first, leave these dusties alone, because in the end, you will be the loser. They don't care what you do for them. The woman who does for them is always the loser. Okay, so okay, now this is from a Black man. It says, your statement is right, but it doesn't address what this dude is saying. His current level matches the current girlfriend, but he feels he's got potential to achieve more in his career, and then would reach / access a different type of ladies that he prefers. Boom. This is like like men that, like, say for example, the basketball players, they come from, like maybe the hood or something like that. They get that multi-million-dollar contract, and where do they go? They have women that they have more access to. Let's be honest, white women. That's why a lot of them go that route, because they have access that they didn't have, and they think that they are on the come up now. The sister that held them down, they washed their hands up. Because now that they're on this financial level, they feel they want a woman on that level. Whether or not it's financial or not, let's be honest, they don't care about a woman being financially secure. As long as she is, as they say, his preference, that's all that matters. Once again, this is why you have to look out for yourself and get a man who provides for you. At least, you guys, if y'all break up, at least if you break up, you have something to show for it, right? You got something to show for it. But this guy is just breaking it down. He's just telling it like what a lot of men think. As soon as I get on my feet, I'm up. Okay, and this is what Black woman says. Why don't you just leave her alone, since she's not your type? Stay single until you get a job, then get your type. Stop being heartless. Okay, and that's great in a perfect world, but that's not how people are a lot of times. People are going to do what is best for him. I mean, this guy's going to do what is best for him. He knows what he's doing. He can break up with her and send her on her way, but whatever she's doing is benefiting him. He's with her for a reason. She is the come up woman. She is, 50-50. She's probably 70-30. He doesn't care about being heartless. He doesn't care because he has no respect for her. Now let's look at the replies to this statement. Okay, now look at this. It is so rare to find a lady who will love you for who you're not, what you have. Okay, he's wrote this. Okay, it is so rare to find a lady who will love you for who you're not, what you have. I mean, that's my brain. Okay, who you're not, but not what you have. But he wrote that incorrectly. A day will come when you'll remember her kindness and effort. I repeat, it is so rare to find a lady who loves you wholeheartedly without looking at expectations. May God bless her with a good man. And that's the problem. When you have no expectations, you are wholeheartedly, a good woman. When you have no expectations, when you have no standards, when you have no requirements. This woman clearly has no requirements. And yes, she's clearly a good person, and this sucks. And I hope she does get a good man. But if she doesn't have any expectations of one, she's going to get another one just like that. She needs to raise her standards. And she's responding, rare. Every broke man I know has a girlfriend or wife. And again, right here, I hope she sees that your tweet. Why do you have to wait until you make more money to date your preferences? You know why? Because he's coming up off her. He doesn't have anyone. She's the one who's helping him. His preferences would not date him where he is, right? They don't, they have standards. They have higher standards. That's why he has to wait till he has more money, right? Because they require him to have more money. And he knows that. I mean, let's look at a couple more, you guys. Okay, here's one. And this is from a Black man. I would love that woman with all my heart. If a woman can love you and treat you as a man while you are not working, that woman deserves my whole life when I get a job. I feel sorry for you, my brother, as you're leaving a lady who truly and deeply loved you. But I don't know what that word is. And that's nice, you guys. It's nice to read that someone who actually acknowledged this in this woman. Oh Lord, look at this, y'all. This was crazy. This guy says, do it, bro. Do it, bro. Life is too short. Like, that's crazy, y'all. Look at all these people. She's making a spectacle of herself. Okay, you guys. So I'm gonna stop right here, and I want to know what you guys think of this. What are your thoughts on it? Because to me, this is so incredibly disrespectful, and why you cannot worship not any man, but particularly Black men, because they have shown us this time and time and time again, right? It's like you see it on Twitter, you see it on TikTok, right? Time and time again, we have been shown that we lack value to them. Not all of them, because you saw a couple of guys that were supportive, but not all of us. Not all of us. The vast majority do not value us. So you guys, next, I'm going to move on to, because the time is it. I'm going to move on to Cynthia G, what's her name, Chrissie, and the pink pill. And my thoughts on them, and I want you guys to share your thoughts on them. Now, you guys, you know, I uploaded a video with regards to the beef that was happening with them. And you guys, I really want to know if you guys watch this women, and if you do, what your thoughts are on them. I shared mine actually. I just respect Cynthia G so much of all of them. Yeah, he's a user. Absolutely, he's a user. He's a user, he's a taker. But you know what? The sad part is she knows it. There's no way you can be with a man like this and not know it. You know, she knows what he is. And that's what's so sad about women. They know what they have. She knows what he is. And yet she still chooses to stay with him. And she still chooses to stay and be his come up woman. And he has no appreciation of it. I mean, this man just publicly humiliated her without a second thought. And he said, go ahead, you find somebody better than me, go ahead. I'm not gonna cry over you, go. So if she stayed with him, I mean, there's something seriously wrong with her. It's already bad enough that she's with someone that she knows is using her, that she's taking care of, you can bet that. But now that he has done this, is she going to leave him or is she going to stay? That is what I would love to know. I would love a follow-up with her. Is she going to leave him now that she knows exactly where she stands and how he feels about her, and that she's not even his preference, or is she going to stay? And these are the choices, you guys, that define us in our lives. You have a choice. Okay, so now that you know, now that you have this choice, what are you going to do? Do you love yourself enough to leave this person? I don't care what the situation is, make your plans and you go. Because clearly he's not pressed about staying with her. Or do you lack such self-respect and self-esteem that you will continue to subject yourself to this type of humiliation. It's sad to me. So I would love to know what I would love to hear, like, a follow-up to this. And you're right, that is low self-esteem. But at a certain point, I mean, what is rock bottom? Even low self-esteem should have a rock bottom, right? This is rock bottom. I mean, there is no defensiveness. There is no mistaking after this. He has told you, he has told the world that as soon as I get my money together, I'm leaving you for someone else that I prefer. There it is. So if a man said that to you, a man you've been supporting, you've been, he's been coming up on, you've been, 50-50 or doing a lot for him in support of him while he gets on his feet, how would you feel? Would you stay? Honestly, would you stay? Would there be any excuse for you to say? And some people say, well, maybe, it doesn't seem like they have kids, but that a kid should not be a reason to stay and be humiliated and disrespected and disregarded, because trust and believe, kids are not going to be a reason for him to stay. So when he gets his money up, they can have 5 kids. He will be leaving her for his preference. He just told her. And this is what I mean. You cannot continue to ride for men who do not ride for you, who will cast you aside like an old shoe, like you are nothing. No matter what you have done for them, they will drop you like a hot potato for a preference. Yeah, but you know what? She probably thinks he will change, but you know what? And that's probably it. She continues to think he's gonna, marry her. That's what he said, but he's not. And you know what? I believe she knows that in her heart of heart, she knows that. And if she didn't, she knows it now. See, we're not talking about what happened prior to this tweet. Maybe she didn't. Maybe she was deluding herself. And you know what? Let's be honest. You don't know till you know. Everybody plays a fool sometimes, right? There's not one of us. You don't try to play it off. I know I'm not, that hasn't played a fool, trusted somebody we shouldn't have trusted, and learned a lesson. There's not one person who hasn't been fooled and played a fool for somebody. But the difference is some of us learn the lesson and don't repeat it. That's the difference. Some of us acknowledge that we've been played and we cut it off and we move on. We learn the lesson and we ensure that we don't get played again. We recognize the red flags. We see the signs. We see the signs in terms of a man. Like, yeah, this is the same guy. These are the same characteristics. I'm going to avoid this person because I know who he is. I know what he is. I've seen this before. Yep. Men don't hide their true nature very well. It starts out from subtle forms of, you were right, Renee. You are 100% correct. People are who they are, and ultimately everyone's true colors show. And at the end of the day, you guys, it's not about him. It's not about what's wrong with him. We see what's wrong with him. He is a selfish, unappreciative, disrespectful jerk. So we know what's wrong with him. The question is, what's wrong with her for being with him? And for most importantly, for staying with him. That's the thing. Like I said, you don't know till you know, but once you know and you choose to stay, that's the problem. And it's just sad. It's just sad. And he does not feel bad at all. He has no guilt, no remorse about what he is flat out going to do to her. No shame, nothing. So again, I would love to have a follow-up. Obviously, someone knows who she is. Someone knows who she is. So it's not that this whole thing went viral. Somebody's going to track her down. She's got friends, she got family somewhere. Somebody's going to track her down. Someone's going to track her down. I would love to know what she thinks of this. I would love to know what she did after this. What do you want to know? I mean, I would love to know. And it's sad, you guys, but this is lesson learned. This reiterates why, you should not worship, this. When she says black male worship, the sad part is that the only women who worship black men are black women, really. And then they would drop us, like I said, in a heartbeat. You're having to confirm what she feels absolutely stupid. Well, you know what? If she doesn't feel stupid now, then, like, I mean, I don't know what to, she just, it gets to a point where, and I don't mean to be unkind, but for me, it's just, this frustrates me. And I'm not talking about, when you're scared, somebody's putting their hands on you, whatever. I'm talking about at a certain point, you kind of deserve everything, what you get. And I'm not saying somebody's putting their hand, I'm not saying that. But assuming that this is her choice and everything, that you can't feel bad. At least I can only feel so bad for her. She's a good person who is clearly being taken advantage of. She knows she's being taken advantage of. So why, that's the thing. What is so broken inside of her that she will allow this? That's the issue. That's what needs to be addressed. She needs counseling. She needs therapy. Because if you stay with a man after this type of public humiliation, something is seriously broken with you. If you are still in black male worship after this, let's say they break up. If she has not expanded her dating pool after this, why? Why? Because it's not an isolated thing, you guys. This is a regular occurrence. None of these dudes get on their feet, boom, they're out. You guys know this. This happens on a daily basis. This happens with athletes, with actors, with, singers. We all know that this happens all the time. It didn't happen with Obama, though. Thank God for Obama. But I'm saying, you guys know what it is. Black women routinely get used. Black women will worship a black man who has no respect or regard for them. They worship, they support them, they play pick Misha, they have the children, they support the children by themselves with no expectations of getting anything in return. That is the worship. And this is what you get when you worship someone who does not worship you. When you worship someone who has just no guilt, no remorse, no respect. As a human being, someone do what the sound growing up. That's true. But you know what? That can't always be the excuse. Absolutely. That can't always be the excuse. Just like we talk about black men and their excuses for not doing what they're supposed to do, the man, whatever. You guys stop making excuses and change. This is like I said, the whole knock on black men about it's all with the same old. They're always doing the same old thing, making the same old excuses, whatever. At a certain point, it's just on you. It's just on you. And yeah, we understand like the generational curses, but at some point, somebody has to stop them, right? This is just self-preservation. This is just self-preservation. I don't care what your mom did, how you grew up. At a certain point, you have to hit rock bottom, especially when it's done so publicly. That's the most hurtful part. And when a man tells you that if you can find somebody better than me, go ahead. And that's what's so hurtful. She's doing for him. She's supporting him. And he is definitely benefiting financially from her. That much is obvious because he doesn't have any money. But despite all of that, he would throw her away. If she finds a better man, go ahead and go. I'm not going to try and keep you here. That's what's so sad, you guys. And that's why you are foolish to worship and be in black male worship. Never forget that this is often, especially these days, let's tell it like it is, this is often what it is. Many men respect women who put themselves first. Absolutely. You have to have standards. Men respect standards. That is a fact. That is a fact of life. And you've seen the women, countless women who have no standards. You see how they, end up. You see, it's been a consistent theme. You see on a daily basis, sort of the cycle of, Black women and everything. You see what happens to those who have standards. You see, that's what he was saying. Think about it. He said that he can't get his preference until he makes more money, right? My preference is not going to accept what she accepts. My preference demands more of me. My preference is not even going to mess with me unless unless I have more money, because she has expectations for me. So I know right now I'm with this woman instead of my preference because I don't meet her expectations. And I know that. My preference has standards, and his current girlfriend doesn't. Am I right or am I right? And you know what? The guy was straight up with his. He was straight up with his. It's not like he was pretending or anything. When somebody tells you the truth or shows you who they are, believe them. It's not like she has to guess what he meant. She has to interpret, what does that mean? Read between the lines. Don't have to do any of that, right? He told her flat out that you are only good for right now. I want somebody else other than you. You are not what I want. You are not what I want. I'm here for you because you somehow benefit me. It's appalling, you guys, but it's the truth. And we know this, we see this on a day-to-day basis. So what are you worshiping? When they say Black male worship, when like Cynthia G says that, I'm not like, what are we worshiping? And who is worshiping Black men like this? Black women. And that's why we're in such dire straits and watching channels like mine and Cynthia G's and Chloe's and all that, because that is a result. People want to come up and come out of the Black male worship that has gotten them nothing but heartache and disrespect and disregard. And it's sad to say about our own race of men, but you cannot dispute that. There's no disputing that. Anytime there's not a week that goes by where you don't see something on TikTok. I don't even have TikTok, but I hear about it on TikTok about Black men dogging Black women in some way. You see a tweet like this. No other race of men does that, you guys. That's another thing. No other race of men does that to their women. So what are we worshiping? That's what frustrates me. Like, what are we worshiping? And that speaks to our lack of self-esteem, our lack of expectations, of requirements, and they know that. So they throw us any type of thing, but as soon as they come across the woman, their so-called preference, and you know what? They don't even know a lot of times that she's their preference until she shows them something different. She tells them no. And I'm not going to be bothered with you because you don't have this. You don't meet my requirements. And that's when they jump into action. It's like, oh, I got somebody different. I know I can't come at her the same way. She's not going to accept what she accepts. So now I have to come up. I have to do better in order to be with somebody like this. Because if I don't, she's not going to mess with me, right? This is why you cannot compromise the standards. Worshiping somebody is a recipe for disaster. You're the one who should be worshiped. You're the one who should be respected. You're the ones, when they say the prize, that means to me, you're the one who should be valued. He does not value her in his life. He does not value her. So what is she worth worshiping? She's investing her time. She's investing her energy. She's investing her youth. She's investing her money and somebody who's going to throw her away like garbage. Yeah, they do. When you state your standards, they try to talk you down from them. So what does that tell you? They want to lower you. They want to diminish you. They want you to do, they want to manipulate you, right? They want you to do what they want you to do. A man who does that is, I mean, cut him loose. A man who does not respect your boundaries is not somebody you will want to be with, because one time, you do it one time, you lower your standards, then that's it. They don't have any respect for you anymore. That's it. You've set the tone for the relationship, whatever. He knows that if he presses you, all you have to do is press you a little bit, that you lowered your standards here, you're gonna lower it, you're gonna lower it there, and that's it. The whole tone of the relationship has changed. He sees you differently. He met you and he knows that, you know, you say, oh, I don't want to, and I wouldn't even say, oh, I don't want to sleep until I'm in a relationship. And then 2 nights later, you sleep with him. He's like, nope, nope. Yeah, they get angry when they get hangry. But you know what? Leave them alone. That's the problem, you guys. When you see a lot of Black women, they see, like you said, they get angry when they can't have easy access. Okay, you know that, you see it, boom, be done. But a lot of women will tolerate a man like that. They will say, oh, okay, and deal with the man like this and give them access when they don't want to, when they know they shouldn't, just to please him, because they are Black male worshipers, even though it's to their detriment. A man who does not respect your standards is somebody you should not be with. And I don't care how fine he is or whatever. This is a man who will never do for you. He will never treat you the way you deserve to be treated, ever. He will never treat you that way. And you've already told him that he doesn't have to be with you, right? You've told him that you don't have to treat me the way I've told you I want to be treated. And he never will, because he doesn't have to. And you've told him that. That man does not treat that woman the way, I'm sure in her heart, she wants to be treated. She wants to be married. She wants to be married. She wants to be a wife. But he's never going to marry her. Why? Because he doesn't have to. He doesn't value her. She accepts this. And because she accepts this, this is what she will always get until he leaves her. You're Black and they come. You're Black and they feel. Yeah, but the thing is, first of all, I don't allow anybody to know where I live at all, period. And to be honest, you should not, if you see that early on, it should not even get to that point. Okay, I don't even get to the point. If I feel you are a creepazoid, I don't mess with you. These are red flags we have to recognize. You know, it's believe me, I've come across some that they act like because they're talking to you or whatever online, that they should be your priority. They give you like a phone number, and the expectation is that you're gonna call them like that. Calling them should be your priority. And when I see that early on, it's like, nope, I know what type of person this is. And then you speak to them, because I never meet anyone without speaking to them first. Never meet anyone without speaking to them first. If they don't want to speak to you, that's a red flag. Anybody who's like, and I get a lot of that, oh, I like your profile, I'd like to meet you. No, no. If you can't be bothered to speak to me, I can't be bothered with you. I have no idea if I want to meet you based upon a couple of messages in the profile. I don't know. It's not until I speak to you that I decide. It's not until I speak to them. Then I'm like, okay, this is somebody I might want to meet. But if you don't want to be, if you don't respect my standards, those are my standards. If you don't respect them, you're out. And I'll be honest, y'all, there are some that basically I had to cut loose or whatever. They faded away because, and it's crazy. They didn't want to talk. They just wanted to meet. Bye. Bye. It's self-preservation, and it begs the question, why? Why don't you want to talk to me? Why? It's crazy to me. It's just crazy to me. And I've expressed that this is important to me and this is what I want, and you disregard it because all you care about is how I look. Bye. Bye. So if you see signs early on, don't let it get to the point where they're stalking you and all of that stuff. You can catch that early on. You really can. If you're, paying attention, if you don't allow yourself to get digmatized or whatever, you can catch the things early on. You can. The red flags are always there. The problem is we ignore them. You're in black male worship and you just make excuses for things and justify things like he's fine, whatever. And you start justifying and defending and lowering yourself just because you want to be with this man. And the next thing you know, you're the come up woman. He's sitting on your couch, drinking your drink, eating your food, playing video games, won't take you to dinner, don't buy you gifts for your birthday or Christmas, running around, creeping with other women, you taking care of his kids, baby mom, all of that. That is a thankless situation. Men don't appreciate women like that. So the black male worship thing is a joke, because believe me, women of non-color do not worship black men. They don't. Black men have to do for them, right? Black men have to come up. They expect even the most low down, dirty, unrespectable, like nasty, person of woman of no color. They will treat better than they will a black woman, or a black woman, at least in the beginning. Ultimately, they're the same. What did she say? They get the same black man we get. And that is a fact. That is a fact. That is a 100% fact. And 9 out of 10 white women who date black men and have children with black men are baby mamas. And I don't care if they're rich, I don't care if they're poor, middle class. If a white woman has a child with a black man, 9 out of 10 times, she is a baby mama. Okay, just recently started to understand how powerful femininity is. You can always tell when a man is receiving it in his life. Exactly. And then those are the men you have to avoid. You have to think more of yourself. That's the thing. Can we please talk about black men anymore? Well, honey, if you don't want to talk about black men anymore, then you've come to the wrong live stream. That's the topic. And this is not bashing black men. As I said, this is just telling the truth. Thank you for your support of my channel, but this is the topic, sweetie. You can't come to a channel, a live stream that is clearly about black male worship and why we shouldn't do that, and then expect me or us not to talk about black men. That's the topic. So if you're like uncomfortable with this topic, and I understand that, but my advice to you is, not to join the live. I don't know what else to say. Why is it so important to you that we not talk about black men? I'm just curious. Why are you telling us not to talk about black men anymore? And your live stream that of is about black men. I'm just curious, like, what are your feelings on that? And I'm not trying to down you. I'm just saying, like, so if you want to defend somebody, at least give a reason. Let us know why. Because we are all just telling like what we know to be true. And we're not saying all. Don't take it like that. We're not saying all. I'm not saying all at all. Obviously, my father's black, my brother's black. I have come from a black family, so obviously, I'm not saying all. But it is what it is in terms of our culture and what it has become. And there's no denying that. I'm not saying that, never date a black man. I'm saying do not worship him to the extent that you are willing to sacrifice yourself and put yourself second. I mean, you don't worship any man. You put yourself first, because look what happens when you do. There is no payoff. There is no benefit to women. There is none. And if Black women are going to come up, if we're going to be, okay, I just think that at this point we have heard everything and we just have to focus on even our energy towards them is not going to bring any of us anywhere. I like when you talk about other stuff. Okay, well, thank you. I appreciate that. And, obviously, this is not the topic of every live stream. You know that, obviously, if you like when I talk about other stuff, you acknowledge that I do talk about other stuff. But this is the topic of this live stream. And, next week, I will not be discussing this. Oh, no way. No problem. You're from the Netherlands. It's not a problem. It's not a problem. And this isn't about Black men per se. It's about Black women who are foolish to put themselves in a position to where they are treated like this, where they're the come up woman and they are stepped on. That's the whole point of this. It's not the energy given towards Black men. I'm giving this towards Black women, telling us to do better. That's what this is about. And to learn the lessons that so many of us have not learned. And thank you very much for your input. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate where you're coming from. And honey, I don't deal with Black men, so I don't give energy, but I just wanted to just discuss this topic because of that tweet that I saw. When you see a Black woman just disrespected to that extent publicly, I just wanted to say something about it. And this is not this is not Cynthia G where every video she makes is about Black men. And I love her to death because she tells the truth. But this is not the channel, obviously, that where every video is about Black men. I have a variety of subject matter and topics, and then I will be exploring them as I always have. But this is the subject of this particular live stream, as the thumbnail said. So I appreciate your input, and I appreciate your support of my channel. And I promise you this will not be a regular thing, but unless, I have to speak on things that are topical, at least I want to. And I encourage you to send me content, send me topics. Let me put my email down here. Send me content ideas. You say you like for me to discuss other things. Okay, what other things would you like me to discuss? Give me some idea. Pretty much. Okay, so here's then your topics there, and I will read them. To be honest, deal with the same issue now from Black men. Yeah, it's the same issue, and that's the point of this. But why we have to expand our dating pools and get done with this Black male worship. That's the point. No matter where you go, it's the same thing. So we got to stop making it about them, like you said, and make it about us. But the only way we can make it about us is to stop worshiping them. That's the point of this. That's the point of this. You live in an entire different country and you experience the same thing. What does that tell you? And the Black Afro-Caribbean women are probably ride or die for them. Work so hard to help provide for them and the family. And like you said, this is the thing to get. So please send me if you have ideas for content, please send it to me. That's my email address. Send it to me. I would love to hear feedback. I would love to know what you guys want me to speak about, whatever. Just let me know. Give me some ideas in terms of topics. I love it. I would love to know your feedback so we can talk about this on our live streams. I would love to know where I can create video content That's important to me. But you have to let me know, you guys. Let me know if there are specific topics or things you want me to say. That's fine. And you guys, you know, I'm not like a black man channel like Cynthia G. Well, this is one of the subject matters, and it is what it is. But yeah, it's not going to become that channel because I want to uplift and empower us. And this is like one of the domains in which to do it is by breaking it down and telling the truth and reminding us that we have to look out for ourselves and enhance our femininity and, you know, our standards, increase our standards, and, you know, have boundaries and respect ourselves, because if we don't, nobody else will. I deal with judgment these days. Yeah, they tell me that they love that kind of intimidate due to stereotype. Exactly. Okay, I deal with Dutch men these days, and to be honest, they told me that they love Black women but felt intimidated due to the stereotype. Boom. That's exactly it. We have to, this is exactly what this channel is about. Is to counter those stereotypes in terms of embracing femininity. Stop and living to the standards that Black men, you know, that we have to, many of us have to, let's be honest, lower ourselves to. We gotta stop being the angry Black women. You say they're intimidated by us. Why? First of all, because I'm sure a lot of them don't think we would date them. And we have this reputation as being the angry Black women and all of that, right? I mean, why wouldn't they date us? Did they say they were intimidated? Intimidated by what? A lot of them consider us, I'm sure, aggressive and loud, and I don't know if it's the same thing there, but it's the same sort of stereotype, apparently. We have to make ourselves more open and more gentle. That's part of it too. And because of so many things, we're single mothers, we have to work, we do all this stuff. It's difficult to be like that when you're pulling everything. When you're the come up woman, like this other woman is, when you're so busy worshiping Black men that you don't worship yourself. It's hard to be a feminine woman under those circumstances. That's just the truth. They always stare at me when they're around. And I'm sure they're very attracted to you, Renee. I'm sure they are. Why wouldn't they be? Girl, I got white man galore up in my likes and everything. That's it, you know, that's what it is. But I put it in my profile that yeah, let me show y'all my profile since we're on this subject. Let me show. Let me show you guys my profile right quick. We're gonna revisit, just real quick. Because I am very clear about what I want and the type of man that I want. And I don't pretend like I don't want it. You will never get what you want by pretending you don't want it. And I have set my standards. So let me show you guys. Let me show you what it is. Yes, you are right. We need to stop. I can't even need to correct myself oftentimes. I am a 3-1 man, and it feels great. Yep. But I really love the video about the red flags game right now. Good. See, and you see what I mean? It's not just me talking about Black men and disparaging them, but although I'm telling the truth, I told the truth about dating women, right? And I was honest about that. And that's why I wanted to be fair, because it does go both ways. So see? All right, so you guys, let me go to my profile right quick and show you, let me share this. Yeah, we're gonna revisit this right quick. So I hope you guys got an opportunity to see my online dating, my adventure live streams. It's the live streams. Oh, my mouth is so dry. So we're going to look at my profile, just what I said in terms of what I want. I'm very clear. I actually revised it to be more direct. Feminine, sweet, but direct. Okay, let's get it. My preference is a relationship with a more traditional masculine feminine dynamic. I couldn't care less about politics, because a lot of them into politics and whatever. I couldn't care less. So let them know I don't care. I do not text personal pictures, so please refer to my profile pics as they are current. I even date my profile pictures, and that's part of my standards. If you start, like, once you go from match, and you guys probably know that once you go from online dating and then texting, for me, like, they'll always send me a picture. I'm like, I didn't ask you for a picture. But then it's like the implied obligation is, I sent you one, you have to send me one. No, I don't do that. And there it is right there. I don't text personal pictures to a bunch of strangers. I'm not doing it. And I said straight up, sorry, but I cannot meet anyone without speaking to them first. Boom. I've communicated my standards from jump. If you don't read anything else down here, you see exactly who I am, what I want, and what I want from you. And that's it. These are my standards. I'm not sending you pictures. And if we want to meet, I have to speak to you first, right here. Okay, now let's go further down. It says, my potential match is an old school gentleman who embraces and takes pride in his role as protector and provider. Straight up to the point. He is a kind, loyal, emotionally and financially stable, with strong morals and a good sense of humor. He seeks a long-term relationship with a high-quality feminine woman who is loving, loyal, and enriches his life. Period. This is what we're saying, right? I'm practicing what I preach, baby. Now, let's go scroll down. Behind every great man is a great woman. His prize is a sexy, classy, yet down-to-earth lady who is well-traveled and lots of fun. That would be me. I have been a widow since 2013. My last relationship ended in 2019. How about that time? And obviously that was right before COVID. And there we go right here, y'all. Interracial relationships preferred. Boom. Now, that's it. If you don't read anything else about I traveled, I did all that stuff, who cares? My interest, who cares? If you don't read anything else, honestly, this is how far you have to read, truly. I mean, you can see my interest. This is it right here. In a nutshell, I've communicated my standards, the kind of man I want, the type of relationship I want, what I have to bring to the table, which is, me, and what kind of relationship I prefer. Interracial relationship. That's it. And because I have it, you guys, let me continue to show you this. Think about this. Because I have it in big bold letters that I prefer interracial relationships. This is very important. They don't have to guess. I cannot tell you how many white men have approached me saying that this was okay. Well, now I know she's interracial relationship. They don't have to guess. They know that you're down. That's really important. Let me go to some of these. Since we're on the topic, y'all, might as well. Okay, that's it. Really feels attractive as your only appearance. It's your BBS, right? Oh, absolutely. So yeah, let's go back to these. Since we're back on this topic too, let me show you guys. Where is? Oh, what did I do with this? Let me get rid of. What did I do? What is it? This is really annoying. I'm gonna change this, close that out. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So I'm gonna look at some of these. This is the guy from Italy. He's an older gentleman. Okay, well, I must take a look at his number now. I don't want to do that, but he's been like, we've been going back and forth a little bit. He's telling me all about Italy and Milan and all that. Okay, y'all. This is one I really want to show you. Okay. Okay, now this is it. Now you guys followed my my adventure, and you know, if you watch that video about the red flags for white men, you will remember this. I read his profile, right? And here we go. You know, I tend to call them out on this. Hi, Steve. I hope this message finds you well. But as a person who actually reads profiles, I am a bit confused. You know what I'm going to say. You know it. Under, under what they're looking for, you selected white, Caucasian, Asian, Latino, Hispanic, Middle Eastern, Pacific Islander, never a Native American, but opted to exclude Black women. I am not among your preferences, so I am puzzled as to why you have reached out to me. Now, that is nice. It is not aggressive, but it is straight to the point. You did not call me out. You, in fact, you omitted women who look like me. So what gives? Okay, so now let's look at his reply. And this is what, you guys, when I tell you about communicating your standards, let's look what he said. Now, he said, obviously that was a mistake on my part, and I hope you will forgive me. You are a beautiful woman. Now, he didn't defend it. He didn't justify it. He didn't do anything. You guys, if you watch my series, you know there was a guy who got kind of funky with it. I hope you'll forgive me. I'm like, okay, there it is. So what was my next message to him? No worries, thank you. What is it about what I wrote in my profile that resonated with you? What makes us a potential match? Now, when I write that, you guys, when I ask those questions, that's kind of a leading question, because you now have to read my profile, and you have to. You see, a lot of them just like, oh, you look at the pictures, you're pretty, whatever. But I want you to read my profile, because I want a specific man and a specific type of relationship. So you're not going to come at me with just you're pretty. That may work for you. That's not going to work for me. So read my profile and then come back and see if you meet my criteria. That's how I do that in a nice way. Let's scroll down to see what he says. It says, he says, I loved your profile because I'm old school. I'm an old school guy who still appreciates treating a beautiful woman as she should be treated. I love a feminine woman who is proud to be girly, knowing that her man really appreciates her beauty, soft touch, tender kisses. I love romance and believe you do too. Plus, I can teach you all about calls and puts and how to add them to my portfolio. This is about stocks I have an interest in, you guys. I'm kind of interested in stocks. Hugs. Now, this is a man who omitted Black women. I called him out. He asked me to forgive him. I'm like, cool. Now he has switched up because he has found a Black woman that has made him rethink that, okay? Now, I haven't gotten back to him. This is like midnight today. I have not gotten back to me. What did he say? Oh, here it is. Okay. I didn't get back to him right away. He asked me, where did you go? Sometimes I just leave him hanging. Where did you go? And then I replied, sorry, Steve. Hi, Steve. Sorry about that. I'm on here very intermittently, which is one of the reasons I prefer to talk rather than type. To be honest, I receive a lot of messages and it can be exhausting at times. LOL. Letting him know, but baby, you're one of many. You're just one of many, baby. And his reply to that is, I would love to meet you sometime. And I am open to meeting him as long as he speaks to me first as per my requirements. Now, I wanted to show you guys that because when it comes to standards and being a feminine woman and communicating your needs and your desires, There it is. And guess what? He wants to meet me, hugs, all of this stuff. Okay, when do you exchange numbers to text? Whenever it is mutually agreed. I mean, here's the thing. Like this guy, the guy from Italy gave me his number like a couple days ago. I haven't texted him, haven't done anything, which is my bad. So I replied with my number today. Sorry, I've been busy. Here's my number. So we'll see. Because some of them, if you don't, like I said, you don't get right back to them right away, they take offense to that. But I'm busy sometimes. I just, like I said, I mean, you can't be too easy. But whenever it's mutually, it's not, there's no set time. Whatever is mutually decided upon. That's it. But I always communicate my need to speak to them first. That's it. Like this guy, I'd love to meet you. I'm sure you would, but we'll see if I meet you after we speak. It's in my profile. It's right there. So the fact that you want to meet me is not a reason for me to want to meet you. You're going to have to put forth some effort to be worth my time. And you know what? I can guarantee you he will. This type of guy, I can tell he will. Because he knows that, like I communicated my standards with regards to, I called him out on not selecting, like omitting Black women. He came back and he's like, oh, I'm sorry, all of that. He's interested. But he knows that I have standards and that I am a certain type of woman. So you're going to have to meet my needs. You're going to have to call me. You're going to have to speak to me before you meet me, because that is what I require. And if he doesn't, boop, that's it. I'm done. And there is no set time to exchange numbers. There really isn't. It's what you mutually decide upon, what you're comfortable with. I wouldn't do it right away, but unless he provides his number. Now, if he wants to give you his number, that's cool. But I don't necessarily, guys, I like to talk rather than text. I don't go back with the back and forth with the text too. But I mean, it's fine if you text, but that's not, it can't be the whole text. I want to speak to you. And again, if you don't want to talk to me, that is a red flag. I can't deal with you. Why? Why wouldn't you want to talk to me? So we'll see I'll give you guys an update on this. I'll give you an update. We'll see if he calls, and if he calls, I'm gonna meet him. As long as he calls me and we connect on that level, I'm like, okay, this is someone I want to meet. Then yeah, I'll meet him, and then we will see. Although I got that guy coming in from Iowa next week, I'm gonna have to schedule that though. But whatever, I'll figure it out. It's fun, you guys, having standards. It's amazing what people will do for you if you ask for it. It really, really is. You get stuff free and all. I mean, you guys, it's fun. And the thing is, especially if you can be like, bloop, let them go. Non-bothered. Maybe I'll do that as my next one. How to be unbothered. Baby, I'm the most unbothered when okay, bloop, you don't meet my standards, you won't talk to me, bye. Because my standards do not change for you. I'm not changing anything for you. You have to come to me. I'm not going to come to you. You have to come to my level. I'm not going to lower mine. And they respect that. They respect that, girl. Believe me. Believe me. It works. But you can't be afraid to do it. You can't be like, oh, if I do it, then I won't be able to speak to him anymore. He's not going to, I'm going to lose him. He's going to close communications with you. If he does, then you're not losing anything. You're not losing anything. If he's not going to do for you what you need to be done in terms of your standards, then that's it. What are you losing? You're not losing anything. It's best not to even get involved, because you're going to be disappointed, and that's what it is. You're going to be disappointed. Okay, here's how I very much. Okay. Okay. What do you guys say when you exchange over? You guys want to see another? You guys want to see another one? Because it's a lot of times is because, and I know men are visual, but I like your pictures, I want to meet you. That's the thing. No, you're not going to meet me just because you like my pictures. I'm not going to meet you simply because you like my pictures. You have to put forth some effort. If you have to speak to me, if you can't be bothered to speak to me, boom, that tells me something about you. All you care about is how I look. All you care about is having things on your terms. It's the inspection. Well, I'm not going to speak to her. I'm not going to put any effort in getting to know her until I see what she looks like, see how she looks. But this is a two-way street. I want to speak to you in order to decide. You see what I mean? And a lot of these guys are like, you know, you should want to meet them simply because they want to meet you. No. Let me show you one more, y'all. Let me show you another one. Standards work. And if they don't want to do it, forget them. That's it, forget it. Okay, let me show you with this guy named Daryl. Okay. What's the last time? Okay, so he sent this to me on October 30th. Hi Dee, great profile and pictures of you. I love playing tennis and enjoy trying to be good at golf. What are some of your dream vacations? Now, tennis and golf are my interests. I play tennis. Okay, so this is my reply. Hi, Daryl. Thank you for your kind words. I love travel, and I've been fortunate to have done some, but I'd like to do more. COVID has really put a damper on things. Among my dream vacations, and thank you for not using the term bucket list, because I don't like that, are Croatia, UAE, Australia, Italy, Monte Carlo, and Maldives. And I asked him, what about you? Okay, so here he comes from. Here's his reply. Okay, see, this I don't like. This should be your, but I have to get past this. I mean, I don't like that. It should be YOU''RE. That kind of annoys me, but whatever. See, these are the things I gotta stop being petty about. You could be the love of my life, and I'm mad about, and I'm like, we're focused on this one error. That's ridiculous, and I can't do. I have to stop that. And see, Heidi, you're very welcome. My dream vacation would include your list plus Aurora, France, and England. I'm sure we will think of more. LOL. What are some of your passions? And then I didn't answer that because that's in my profile. You need to read my profile, baby. I skipped that and I asked them, where have you traveled? I didn't even answer that. You see my passions, it's in my profile, read. And then he says, hi, Dee, I've been to Caribbean, Bahamas, Mexico, Hawaii, Puerto Rico, Canada, Alaska, and Ecuador. Would you like to meet me for a drink sometime? And that was on Halloween. Haven't replied back to him yet. See, I lose track of it. But you see what I mean? No, not yet. I don't know if I want to meet you for a drink. And and you guys understand, for some women, this is enough. And I'm not mad. For some women, you're like, okay, he's cool, and we exchange a couple messages. He wants to meet me. I'd be interested in meeting him. Yeah, let's set something up to meet for a drink, and that's fine. If that's your process, that is fine. I'm not saying whatever you want to do is fine. I'm not saying do everything like me. Wait for a call. If that's what you're comfortable with, do it. Because apparently that's what women are comfortable with. They will but that's not. No, you have to put forth some effort. And if you're not willing to call me, that is a lack of effort, and that is a red flag for me. That's how I see it. Okay, so we got, I'm gonna love to meet you. I'm glad, So you guys, what do you think about that? What are your thoughts on that? I know we sort of switched gears. I do any. I definitely have to do my work on visual. I see how it limit my choice. Yeah, I mean, in terms of, and it's true, men are visual. They like attractive women. There's no way around that. But a lot of what people find attractive varies. So you have to have the confidence in yourself, but you just have to post good pictures. Put your best foot forward, whatever that is. Make sure your lighting is good. Make sure you smile. Make sure you, let me show you guys want to see my, okay, let me show you guys, show you my profile pictures. Because I've updated them too. Let me show you my profile pictures and what you think. Okay, let me show you mine. I know we're switching gears, but shit, I might have to update the thumbnail, but that's okay. Okay, let me show you my profile pictures. And they are obviously very effective. And I want to change this because I'm going to use that one for my next video I'm uploading. So anyway, let's look at. Okay, let me show you. And I've got 10 of them, so they get a variety. Okay, y'all. Here we go. And I'd love to know your thoughts. You mean, if you don't, let me know. But this is why, I mean, my stuff is effective. What can I say? And baby, I'm 56 years old. Okay. And I don't lie about it. So if I can do it, you can do it. Okay, let me share screen. Okay, so let me do this. Okay, let me share the screen right quick. Let me share my, oh, come on. Am I already sharing it? Okay, here we go. And this is, I mean, this is the pictures I uploaded, you guys, and they are effective. And this is what I have a variety. Now, this is, I love this picture. And I switch my main picture a lot, probably once a week. I will rotate them. And another thing, you guys, I cannot emphasize this enough. Do not Facetune your pictures, your, you know, Facetune all this stuff. Do not overdo it because people want to know what you look like. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I got a little something here, but honestly, that looks like me. It's not like that doesn't look like me. And that's a good picture. It's cute. It's sort of whimsical, and that's good. So let's go on. Oh, I have 13 pictures. I'm just going to show you guys my pictures. Okay, now this one, I just uploaded this one. And this is just what? On 10/26, just like last week. You have to show those full body pictures. Let me see if I can. It's important to show full body, whatever it is. And this, I thought I did more. So this is, honey, that's my wig I just reviewed. Next. That's a wig I just reviewed. I understand that. I uploaded that again last week. Big hair, don't care. Put a little cute caption in there. I love that picture. You know, the legs, hot legs, picture, and I like to put the dates on there. So don't ask me to text you pictures. All my pictures are current because I'm not doing it. And you guys, you got to be real. Look at my little cellulite. I don't. This is not retouched or anything. That's it. This is it. Nothing. This is straight up. No, nothing. Okay, this is more casual pictures based, but no, that guys like stuff like this. A woman who can dress down, not always dressed up, wear baseball cap or football cap. That's it. Something casual, something, you know, they don't want a glamazon all the time. You have to be able to mix it up. And I got my little caption. How about those Cowboys? You know, that's my team. Your boys, picture taken, 10, 12, 21. That's why they know all of my pictures are current. I have them dated. Most of them are. Okay, I didn't do, this is one like probably from last year. It's I mean, but it's consistent with the rest. Got my little shades on. It's just, you guys, I just show different sides of myself. And you don't have to post this many, but okay, curly hair day. Honey, this is this wig. That's this wig right here. But again, it's consistent with the rest of the picture. And the rest of the pictures. And another thing, you guys, if you watch my videos, you know I got blonde hair. I got all different kinds of hair. But I decided to Be consistent with my hair color. Not to post a blonde and all. Y'all know I got all different kinds of wigs, and I have had all kinds of different hair colors. And when I was going through my pictures, I'm like, damn, if this look, I got so many different ones, but I wanted to be consistent. I want every single picture to look like me. Okay, look at this. Right here. Yep, real women have cellulite unless they airbrush. LOL. Pic taken September 1st, 2021. You guys, I cannot tell you how much positive feedback I've gotten from men saying that, making that comment about having cellulite right here. You guys, I have gotten so many comments. Positive. I haven't had one negative comment. I've had so many comments about this. So many positive comments about men appreciating that and how real it was and all that, because again, it's balanced to my other pictures. It's honest, it's real. And that's my glamazon. You see, to go from, I just want to show you that. See, I'm going from this casual, no makeup, whatever, cellulite, to this. I just took this last week. See what I'm saying? Two totally different looks, two totally different aspects of me. Okay, and this one, dressed up. This is on taken September 1st. Have a little cleavage, not too much, but you got to give them something. Show them what you're working with, but not too much. Same picture. I took that, like those shoes. Oh, I get comments. Oh, I love those shoes. You see, it's dated. Show a little leg, a little hair. Got the high heels going. I get, a little bit of cleavage, but they love that picture. Look at that wig. I got a couple more. Okay, here it is with my workout picture. Keeping it tight and right. Pic taken September 1st. It's another picture of me. There's the cellulite. Need, no makeup on. It is what it is. I'm not some size 2 skinny bitch, but there it is. Like it or don't. And the last one is me at the Bears game. This is 2019 when I went to Europe. Casual, jeans on. That's it. That's the only wig I have differently in here. That's it. That's it. So you guys, what do you think of my pictures? I just think and you don't have to post as many, but I think it's important to look good in your photos. It's important to have a variety. It's important to have variety and look good. That's all you got to do. And just have good lighting. And you guys, maybe I should do a video on some hints for not just lighting, but some apps that can, you got, sometimes you got to touch up a little bit. I'm not opposed to that. But for the most part, my pictures look like me. Y'all, you can't say let me look at myself again. You can't say that my pictures don't look like me. And then when they meet me, that they'll be like, who the hell is this? You don't look anything like her picture. Yes, she does. And that's the important thing, you guys. That's what people don't like. They don't want to be misled. And that's why men are so, besides being visual, they want to beat you, because I know they have been misled. Women got pictures on there from 50 pounds and 10 years ago. And then they meet them. It's like, this is not the person on screen. This is not the person in your pictures. And that goes both ways, of course. But let's be honest, women are more apt to do that. So it's understandable from that respect. They like what you look like on those pictures. They want to know that you look like that. And then you go from there. And it's not just the visuals. You have to have a well-written profile as well. And if you guys are interested in interracial dating, do exactly what I did at the top. Or like interracial dating friendly or something. I put interracial dating preferred in all caps. So they know where I stand. But if you're open to dating Black men, and there's nothing wrong with that, but let them know, like you said, I don't know how to pronounce your name. You said, is it Nzinga? You said yourself that I have three, what was it? The one when you said about, okay, here it is. I deal with Dutch men these days, and to be honest, they told me that they love Black women but felt intimidated due to stereotypes. That's why if you're online, you got to put it in your profile and see how I did. And if your preference is interracial dating, do it like I did, interracial dating preferred. Or if you want to date Black men, that's fine. But definitely put in all caps, interracial dating friendly. So they know, okay, I have a chance with her. If you don't have that because of those stereotypes, a lot of them could find you gorgeous, want to date you, but like, she probably doesn't want to date me. If you put that in there, they know from jump where you stand. I have a chance with her. Thank you, Denny. I appreciate that. But you guys, you understand what I mean in terms of it's just being approachable, giving them permission to approach you, basically. That's what I've done in my profile. Yes, white man, I'm giving you a, don't be shy. Come on, that you are what I prefer. So don't hesitate. You have permission to approach me. And then when they say like being intimidated by us, it's just a lot of us are not approachable. That's why femininity comes into play and going out and smiling and all of that. And oh, I forgot to mention, I met a guy at my gym, y'all. I forgot. I forgot. And I'll say this also, they say you have to always look good. And I do look good, but there are times when I'm in my, I don't say sweats, but I have a cute little like two-piece. I have like 3 of them. I think you guys have seen them. It's like a 2-piece, have purple and black and blue. It's super cute. It matches, it's really cute. And I look good. You know, nobody's going out in heels all the time. Nobody's going out and doing that. But my face is always, my brow's always done. I always have maybe a little BB cream on. And you know, but again, this is, you know, you still have to wear the mask. But my eyes are always sort of done in terms of my brows. My brows are non-negotiable because I have skimpy brows, so I always have to do them like every day. If I don't do anything else, I do unless I'm not going anywhere, but if I go anywhere, I have to do my brows. And plus I'm obsessed with them. This is my thing. I'm like crazy about my brows. That's my thing. Like no one else can touch my brows. But this part, you have to wear a mask. What is that? It has, you know, your eyes have to like sort of pop out. So you can just do an eyeliner at the top. You don't have to do anything at the bottom, like kind of a cat eye, a little bit like this, and that's it. And maybe a little mascara and all of that. And then I just do a little BB. But you have to, you know, put forth some effort. But I don't believe you have to be in 5-inch heels and all that stuff. Make sure your hair looks good. If you throw on a wig, make sure it looks good. Wear your natural hair, make sure it looks good. Wear braids, make sure it looks good. If you got some growth, put it up, you know, put a little like cat on something cute on it. I don't believe you have to be dressed to the nines because again, that's not realistic, right? And men like women to be glamorous, but they like women to be casual. They want someone who's approachable. They like someone who can take to dinner, like the Glamazon picture, but they also want somebody who they can take to the baseball game too. You know, they want someone like someone for all seasons. They want to know, yeah, she's high maintenance, but she can also be like, you know, approachable. She can also be down to earth. That's the thing. So don't feel, but you can't go out looking rough now. You know you can't go out looking rough, but at the same time, you guys, I do not believe that you have to be dressed in 5-inch heels. Heels is not realistic. I know I don't, and I do just fine. So don't, you know, just be the best you can be, and just look cute. And cute comes in all different forms. Dress in your size and don't dress in stuff that's baggy. It's just don't stuff dress in something that's fitted, that fits your size. And just be comfortable and just be cute. There are times when I dress up and it's just be comfortable. Does this make sense, you guys? Just be comfortable and just that gives you confidence. I'm trying to find something. What do you guys think? If I can find it. I want to show you guys something. What makes you guys confident? I mean, are these the type of things? Do you guys feel as if you have to go out and dress to hill? And if you're not dressed to impress all the time, that you feel like forget it, or how do you guys feel about that? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not realistic to do all that. It's just not. It's just not. And you can still look good, and you can still look good. Hell, you can still look good in Uggs. I don't care what they say. I live in Chicago, baby, and nobody's going out in heels out here in the winter. You can't do it and won't do it, and nobody expects you to do it, and you're a fool if you do it. Nobody, I mean, that's just, it's not real. And people like real. And yes, you can be sexy and all that because that's real too. But there's no way I'm coming out in all of that in the wintertime. So don't believe that, you guys. Don't let anybody tell you that, oh, you can't go out, you have to be dressed like this, you have to be dressed like that, you have to have your face painted to the gods. That's just not true. Just look cute, just be approachable. What do you guys think? I'm trying to find something. Okay. How long does your wig last? It depends, you guys. I rotate them now. I'm telling you right now, I have had this particular rig I'm trying to think when I did an unboxing on this. It's probably like 4 years. I rotate them out. And some, how they get frayed at the end, but my wigs last because I take care of them. Yes, they're synthetic, and I got some human hair too. But I rotate them out. I've had this since 2017. 2017, 2018, easily. And I get girl, I'm gonna do another wig unboxing. I just did one of the two, the HD 13x6, but I got another unboxing of cheaper wigs. I got that to do on my other channel, Pretty and Things, and just rotate them out, y'all. That's what I do. That is what I do. So, and these are, I mean, these are like this wig, like I said, I've had this for years, and I got it probably for less than $20. Here we go. Okay, this is what I want to show you guys. And trust and believe, I go out like this. Not every day, but you have to look cute. You have to be comfortable too. There's nothing wrong with being comfortable. I don't care what anybody tells you. That is what gives you confidence. If you are uncomfortable, you're not going to be confident because you're worried about, like, if you're not comfortable walking in stiletto heels and you meet someone, you're not going to be able to relax and be confident because you're worried about falling down in those damn heels, right? There's no one size fit all scenario, is all I'm trying to say. So don't let anybody tell you that you have to do this, you have to do that. You just know you know what you need to do. Just look cute, be approachable. Okay. Let me show this. Okay. So you guys, these are all in stock now, but I got these like last year. You see, I got like 3 of these. They're so cute. They're so comfortable. This is the blue one I got. See how cute they are? Like I said, there were 3, and I could have gotten them cheaper. They were on sale the next week. I was so mad. But that's okay. I paid like 25 bucks each. See? They were like 25 bucks each. Got the black one. You see what I'm doing? You see what you see here, y'all? And I look cute, and they look pretty, and I look good. But nobody's going out with a ball gown. And I'm not a jeans person. I will wear them. I wore that in that one picture, but I didn't grow up wearing jeans. My dad was more, you know, he liked us to wear dresses and be feminine. So I got that early. Isn't that cute, y'all? These are really super cute. And see, you can find these elsewhere. Don't feel like I know they're out of stock, but I got these like over a year ago. When did I buy these? October, well, it's been a year, October 1st, 2020. And here's the person. And I alternate them. You can check Amazon, and boom, super cute, coordinated. They look really good on, and boom. And these are 25 bucks each, and you can probably find them on Amazon. Super cute. So you see what I mean, you guys? I'm trying to stick that in, but if you want, it's no, girl. When you wash it, oh, girl, you know how many times this wig has been washed over the years? Again, I've had this for years. I don't know how are you washing them though. Girl, my wigs, I have my wigs for years. There's not one wig that I haven't had for at least 2 years. At least 2 years. Even though, girl, I keep my wig. I alternate them. I rotate them. That's what I do. I rotate them. And there's some that, eventually you have to toss up, but you got to wash them in fabric softener. That's what you do. And don't just, wash them in fabric softener. And one of the things I learned, because this right here, I was like paranoid because I never brushed out the curls. Then I read something on YouTube about this guy. He's this like synthetic wig expert. And he's like, you got to brush them out. You got to brush them out in order for them to regain, their curl. And I was skeptical. I'm like, Lord, if I brush them out, it's synthetic. They're not coming back. But baby, they did. They came back. They really did after it dried. Wash them in fabric softener. I'll even condition mine. And then I hang them up upside down. That's another thing. That's how this got body and bounce to it. I hang it up on a hanger upside down. And that's it. I've had this wig for a good 3 years, and probably longer than that. I've had this good I'm not 4 years. I'm telling you, I got this like in 2017. And curly wigs last forever. I love curly wigs. I got this big wig. I forgot the name of it. It's long, it's curly. It's like long all the way down here. And I've got human hair wigs. I got, I'm a person who likes installs. In fact, you guys, I'm going to do an unboxing of some hair I got from Amazon. This is the best hair ever, and it's so reasonably priced. Like I got this hair, you guys. I'm not even going to wear this hair because I have a wig with it. I'm going to actually make a wig. I got this to keep in a stash, just to make sure I always have it. That's how good it is, because they're always discontinuing stuff that we like, things that are for us. I don't care if it's makeup, suddenly it gets discontinued. I was like, I'm getting this hair in my stash. And so I'm gonna do an unboxing and show you guys that hair too. There's one video I have to edit tonight and get that up so I can upload it on my other channel, Pretty and Things. But I'm gonna show you guys that hair. I tried to say when you wash it up. Yeah. Just didn't when you do the synthetic wigs, what is that? Like, wow. They last. For me, I keep mine. I last mine because but eventually they're going to fray or whatever. They are, because they're just synthetic. Although they've gotten better. I say if you have a style that you like, buy two. I mean, cheap. Buy two of them, two, three of them, and just rotate them out. And I'm going to do a synthetic wig. I have three of them. I'm going to show you guys three of them, and they are very inexpensive. Yeah, so and they look good in pictures, you guys. It's hard to get your human hair like this. All the curls and stuff, it's hard to get human hair to look this good. And that's why I love synthetic hair. Your hair is done. You can give it in different colors. You can get some for less than $20. Good ones. I know this costs this cost me less than $20, and I got this like at least 4 years ago. I know I've got this like 4 years ago. This was part of a haul, and my big other one, my other big curly one. I love curly wigs, so they last forever and a day. They last longer than the straight hair ones. Although I can get them to last as well. But wigs are, I mean, they look good. They photograph well. Your hair is always done. If you like curly hair like this, get you a couple of these and just rotate them out. But I like human hair too, but in fact, I'm gonna try to make a human hair wig because sometimes like if you go on vacation, it's good to sew them in. Although when I went to Europe, I was rotating them out, different ones. So yeah, you guys do not feel like everything has to be just so, you have to spend all this money. You have to look, as you have to be dressed like you're going to a ball or a 5-star restaurant. You just have to look cute, smile, be approachable. And then you can't look raggedy when you go out, you know that. But you have to look put together, even if it's in a little jumpsuit like that. I always look put together, right? Like wear a nice attire, and that's it. So do not let people tell you, oh, you can't go out in Uggs. Baby, I live in the Midwest. Yes, I can, but they're cute Uggs. They're really super cute. I mean, it's winter, baby. People go out in winter boots in the winter. You don't let anybody tell you, well, you can't wear them, whatever. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Men appreciate women who can also be casual, you guys. They really do. And they appreciate women who don't wear a lot of makeup. That's why I showed a variety. Me with no makeup, me with small, medium, large. You got me with no makeup, me with a little bit of makeup, and then me like glammed out to the max. So I can show them what you're working with. It's good to have variety. It's good to have variety, y'all. So what time is it? All right, y'all. I got a couple of minutes. So you guys, I'm gonna have to change the thumbnail of this because we didn't do any Cynthia G and all that stuff, and that's fine. This is good. I'll change the thumbnail because I don't know. This is good. This is good, you guys. I'm glad we sort of gave you guys an update and talked about dating and stuff like this because this is the stuff I like to talk about also. But it's good also to, remind us of why we are here, why we have to open up our dating pool, why it's smart, it's practical, and it just makes sense. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with wearing joggers and tracksuits. Nothing. Just make them look cute. They can't be ratty or anything like that. Just look cute. Be approachable. That's all you have to do. Even if you don't have your nails done, because girl, I didn't have nails for like over a year because of COVID. Just make sure they look nice. That's it, guys. It's not as hard as you think, just as long as you look feminine. And the feminine thing is is aura. It's more about your aura. It's about being approachable and people not being intimidated by you because of those stereotypes, right? It's about smiling. It's about being, you guys, let me tell you something. I went to, I have my car, somehow like the front car, like my driver's, like the plate, the driver's plate or whatever, license plate, like the front of like kind of came off. I'm like, what the hell? And so I just went to get my my oil change. And I was like, you know what? closed mouths don't get fed. Now, this is not their job. This is an oil change place. But I said, girl, I played it to the max. I'm like, oh, this came off. Is there any way you can put it on for me? I'm like, oh, sure, sure. And they did it, no charge and anything. And that's not their job. But you play the feminine role, the little damsel in distress. It works, even for little things, you guys. They did it for me. They fixed it for me. Boom, no problem. They were happy to do it. Things like it works, you guys. Just don't be scared to do it. And you gotta look the part, even in casual wear, and be approachable. Smile and be nice, be flirty. Compliment people. That's another thing. They love compliments. If you don't know, like I'm not comfortable being flirty, that's what I like. Compliment someone. Compliment. They love that. Compliment. That's how you do it. And that's what makes them like more comfortable with you also. If they like Black women, but they're a little bit intimidated, whatever, that's how you sort of, compliment them. And like, oh, okay. And they'll approach you if they want to. So you guys, those are my tips. I'm glad you guys joined. I'm definitely going to update that thumbnail. And thank you guys so much for joining. I look forward to next week. And again, you guys, I'm going to do live streams like this, but I'm also going to upload like video content sometimes as well. So I haven't decided, but thank you guys so much for joining. This has been awesome. You guys, I love this. You guys know I love this. And feel free, you guys, to send me ideas for content. If there's specific content that you want me to discuss, send me ideas. Send me suggestions. Suggest content. I'm open to it for sure. Just suggest it. All right, you guys, I'm gonna hit I swear, you guys, I have not eaten a morsel today. Nothing. It's 8 o'clock. I have not eaten anything. So I gotta go eat, you guys. I gotta make me some dinner and eat. I'm having tacos. So you guys, thank you again, and I will see you next week, or I'll upload content next week. And you guys, be sure to check out Pretty and Things, because I'm gonna be y'all gonna trip out with what I upload next tomorrow. I'm gonna do the wig upload because I know these are very inexpensive wig, and I'm gonna do the unboxing of this Amazon hair. It is bomb. It is bomb. Like I said, I'm not even wearing this. I'm just keeping this in a stash to make sure the seller doesn't go away or they don't run out. That's how good this hair is. And it's so inexpensive. I cannot believe I got hair this good for this price. That's okay. I'll show you. You guys will see. It's unbelievable. So you guys, thank you for joining, and I will see you next week.